Hey there. I just wanted to show you really quickly what I've been able to get to with Riiablo. I thought it was pretty interesting. I've cloned the project and messed with it a little bit to make it work because there were some bugs in there, some stuff I didn't really get to the bottom of just yet. But it took me about an hour of debugging to get to this point where I can now launch the game, and I was able to explore a little bit what has been implemented versus what has not. And like I thought and told you a few weeks ago when I stumbled upon the project again, it's pretty promising in terms of at least providing me with a skeleton of a project that's almost full featured. Um, Obviously, one of the more important chunks of the project that I'm not gonna, I was gonna say be able to reuse, but it's more like want to reuse, is the asset management because he's the guy behind this thing, the guy who wrote this, pretty much. Let me turn this sound down a little bit here. uh, Pretty much made it compatible, obviously, with the old school assets that were um, shipped with the game. So I'm obviously running this along with the assets that are in my install folder here. In here, so you set this path somewhere, and then that's where the assets get picked up from. And I mean, that was the goal of his whole project. So, but anyways, like I can create a character, and oh yeah, I still have a few breakpoints set, but that doesn't matter. And then the assets get loaded, and I can move around with my sorceress here. So from what I've seen so far, the inventory slots have been implemented, skill slots. I'm not sure if mana and life actually work or if it's just like from the hack, because I had to set all the stats to 0 to kind of like fast forward my way to making it work, because like I said, in the default setup, I'm not sure what's wrong, but stats management is kind of fucked up. The items themselves, I don't think have been implemented yet, but that doesn't really matter a whole lot because I'm going to be making my own set of assets. What I was really mostly interested in was having an example where you have basic point and click, like point and click. You can move around using point and click. Although I might do like keyboard motion, which I've already implemented in my other little dummy project. But more interestingly, he's got. Let's see if I can find any mobs, because I did find some mobs earlier in a previous run. Oh, there we go. So mobs will actually come to you, kind of like find path, attempt to attack you, will trigger the animation. I'm not actually getting like hit or hit recovery or anything like that. It's not affecting my life, but I can kick their asses. It feels like you can't necessarily tell for the video, but as I'm attacking, it kind of feels like in regular Diablo. So that's really nice. So I have like, even though I'm going to use my other layout, let's see if I have this other project around here. So this is just kind of like, this is a very basic dumbass thing where I was using I was just using I was mostly working on the map system, and I was just using some random ass sprites to move around the map. But basically, I can like now I'm using the keyboard to move around, and I was thinking that could be interesting. Obviously, the scale of things and everything is not correct here, but again, that was just like a little project where I was working on the map thing. So I designed this map using a an asset, a free asset kit. I was just exploring how I wanted motion to work in there. Not sure if I want to go away from. This is doing the same thing as when you're lagging in the game. It's interesting. Not sure if I want to get away from point and click. I kind of feel like I like it better generally when I can move my character around using keyboard keys, and then just kind of like have freedom to click mobs. To use my skills. I feel like it's just a better experience overall, but might check this out later. But anyways, the point is, I have an example where I'm moving around and I have basic pathfinding with point and click. Very basic pathfinding on the mob sides. Skins are working, even though again the visual assets not going to be reusable, and not even the format or asset loader part of the code is going to be reused. But it doesn't really matter. That part I feel like libgdx offers much better, more modern formats for that, which enables better tools like Bender and Tiled and tools like that. I have an example, basic example of a UI that's, this overlay here, that's implemented, I believe, natively in libgdx. That's reusable. Here's some basic interactions with items on the map. You can even talk to NPCs. Ooh, there are some items I actually didn't notice. I don't know that I can buy them, but yeah, so like some cursor interactions. Ooh, that's interesting. I can, whatever. And then what else? The waypoints actually work. You can like go from town to town, even without going back to the. I mean, that's kind of strange. It's like spawns me where you start in the game instead of where the waypoint is. But regardless, seems to be working just fine. So basically, bottom line is there's a lot that's already in there that I can use either as an example or a skeleton, or even kind of like, not sure what the hell this is. But yeah, like that should fast forward a lot of the general design of the prototype, or the structure of the prototype rather, and maybe some of the combat interactions and stuff like that. So going to be working with that, and I'll send you another little update probably in a couple of weeks. I'm super busy working on other projects than this. I'm not doing this full time, at least not yet. But I'm pretty confident I should be able to put in some hours and get somewhere, and then we can start talking about his gameplay in a little bit more detail, having like actual combat interactions going on and everything. I'm sure it's going to make the conversations that much more interesting. So anyways, I'll catch you later. Bye bye.